Do the horse-faced have a legal case? Well, we know that unattractive people are disadvantaged. They earn less, have a harder time finding mates, and face prejudice from good-looking types like Dana Perino, Lauren Sivan, and of course me. But is there a way to fix this injustice? And should we? Well, in an op-ed in the New York Times, Daniel Hammermesh, author of the book Beauty Pays, suggests we offer legal protections to the ugly, as we do with racial, ethnic, and religious minorities, women, and handicapped individuals. Homely people could seek help from agencies like the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission for Ugly People. I just added that. We could even have affirmative action programs for the looks challenged. But if beauty is in the eye of the beholder, a phrase I just coined, FYI, how do you measure ugliness? Well, we asked beauty correspondent Vane Puppy. VP, what say you?
He's like Bob Beckel.
Always looking for a mirror. Yeah. Hey, Dana, you are obviously hideous. So I guess you support protections for the ugly.
You know what I cannot stand is that guys like this write op-eds and books like this. They get paid to write books like this so that they can get on TV and that we'll talk about it and say how ridiculous it is so we can sell books so we can come up with another bad idea that he writes about that we talk about in 6 months.
How else do you think I pay my rent, Dana?
Right. Well, like you said, we're going to do a story and then like 3 months from now we're going to hope that you forget that we talked about it.
Exactly.
So much for this block, Greg. What else you got?
I got panda poop, but that's not supposed to happen until later.
Next, all right.
Hey, in the green room, Lauren, you actually said ugly people make you sick to your stomach, and I'm quoting you.
Right.
Why? What do you have against ugly people? You're kind of like the Bull Connor of ugly people.
And I don't even know who that was. I would agree with that. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think they should be put in FEMA camps. I really do. I know it's a controversial stance.
It is.
But there's two problems with this, not besides the obvious. But number one, most ugly people don't know that they're ugly.
Oh, yeah.
So they wouldn't want...
Tom is right
They
here.
wouldn't want... They might not want that protection because they probably don't consider them ugly. Second of all, some people are ugly and some people just give up on themselves. You know, I mean, I would like to be 200 pounds and live in sweatpants, but I'm part of society, so I'm hungry and bitter.
Yes.
I have a hair and makeup team.
Yes. You know, it's interesting, though, because you talk about gauging, like, what is ugly. If only, Tom, there was some kind of system, like where you rank people, like from 1 to 10. Wouldn't that work?
I know it would work, but who would engage in that?
Yeah, certainly not men.
No.
No.
Wouldn't do it.
No, they wouldn't do
But
it at all.
it's sort of like when you do, you know how you have to do those self-evaluations at work and you always pad it a little bit and you think yourself a little bit better than, you know.
You know what you would do is you would add a 0.5, but then you'd go back and add another 0.5, and then all of a sudden by the time you get there you're at a 10, or then you just cross it out and, you know, and then just say, this is stupid, I'm too good looking.
Eye-08's done in crayon.
Yes, yes, and there's blood stains all over it.
I have a theory, though. I think good-looking people succeed because even if you're really good-looking, you can't match up to how good-looking you were in high school. That's your
Disagree.
peak. Huh?
I disagree.
Okay.
And you're outnumbered by two hot people.
That might
Someone
be true
peaked in high
for
school.
men, but
Yeah.
it's not necessarily true for women. Like high school, I'd never want to relive it.
No,
No.
it was awful.
Yeah, so you clearly didn't have a math guard.
Yeah,
A
mouth guard. No, you know, it's funny. You know,
someone guarded me for my math book.
No, it doesn't. Not wanting to relive it doesn't preclude my argument.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they were so awesomely hot in high school, the best-looking people, that they achieve things in order to make up for the fact that their looks are degenerating from high school until they're deaf.
I'm mesmerized by your handwork.
Yes.
That's insane. But you know what you're saying, though, is like no one will agree to it because then everybody has to agree that they're not as good looking as they were, right?
Yes. I mean, in high school, I didn't have that problem. I created characters using a 10-sided dice, 20-sided dice. I'm sorry.
When you did your hand like this, I was hoping you were talking about dice.
Oh yes, that's how you roll.
That's what they did in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, yes.
That's how you roll.
Yes.
Boom.
We have a good idea of what you did in high school.
Boom.
Here's the thing, Bill, though. The big question is, let's say this happens. Would ugly people like yourself really want to come forward and sue for discrimination? Because that would be humiliating to you.
Right.
No, I don't have. Are you kidding me? Have you worked with me? I have no shame. I would sue. do. And then I would buy. We won't get into what. But there are 3 different books out on this subject. One of them said that quarterbacks with the same stats who played for approximately the same time, the more handsome one made more money. If Herbschel, whatever his name is, that's an ugly last name, by the way, his last name.
Racist.
He says that over a span of time, handsome people make about $230,000 more than an ugly person. I'm starting to agree with the guy. Also, I hate everything.
Yes. But here's the thing. I am short. Where is my handout? Tall people, they get everything.
But wait, is this going to be gender specific? Because I'm short.
Yeah, but you know what? Nobody laughs at you when you can't get things from the shelf at Safeway. You know, when the big guy walks by and goes, here, let me help you, little fella. Enjoy the show. I enjoy your show, little fella. Here, you want me to get the ladder for you, little fella? I can't take that anymore.
And life would be much easier with an extra 2 inches.
But no, wait, also, he's got a point. A petite woman gets guys. A petite guy like Greg does not get guys. I mean, he can't. In certain theme bars, yes.
Gotta go. All right.
Isn't that
Did you ever meet anybody who wore lifts?
I could use some.
No, I never met anybody.
That's the thing about those lifts. You never know who's wearing them.
There you go. I always wanted to wear reverse lifts, make my head taller.
In
But I didn't know
London,
how to
they
do
call
that.
them shoe pillows
Oh,
instead of lifts.
I had
Yes.
no idea.
Comfy.
All right, do you have a comment on the show? Email us. It's redeye@foxnews.com. And to leave a voicemail, my direct line, 212-462-5050. Still to come, the halftime report from TV's Andy Levy. He's hideous. Ugly, ugly man.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by Blind Dates. That's sometimes awkward social engagement between 2 persons who have not previously met, usually arranged by a mutual acquaintance. Thanks, Blind Dates.